Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Esteemed Center Stage with Global Thought Leaders, a Right Source Global Initiative. I'm Ajuna Sharawat, Chief Anchor and Editor at Global Thought Leaders, and I will be your host today during this Center Stage interview. Global Thought Leaders is a platform where industry titans can share their experiences, thoughts, ideas, and best practices with one another and future leaders. We hope to bring together this global community of distinguished individuals by conducting these center stage interviews. Great leadership lessons benefit everyone when we can identify, nurture, and apply tricks of the trade that have proven to be successful formulae for many. In a nutshell, we seek to distill these industry leaders' multi-decadal learnings and establish a knowledge-sharing community. Today, we have Devesh Kumar with us on the center stage. Devesh is the Vice Chairman of Research and Capital Market at InCred Capital. He has more than 35 years of experience in the industry. Devesh began his career as an analyst in various organizations such as Unit Trust of India and WI Carr, with a background in economics from elite universities such as Delhi University and the Delhi School of Economics. Since his time at Daewoo Securities Ltd, he has held managerial and leadership positions. He previously worked for ICICI Securities, Centrum, CIMB India. With skills in valuation and equities research, he formed Earnest Innovation Partners Private Limited and presently serves as Vice Chairman of InCred Capital. Devesh, you've spent over 3 decades in the research and capital markets industry. How has your journey been so far? Who were your main influences and sources of inspiration throughout the years?
Yeah, so it has been a long journey for me, 35 years, and I have seen entire landscape change because India used to be a closed economy earlier. There were domestic public sector organizations and a few private sector. And from there, as we opened up new tools, new instruments, all that came up. And so my journey has been with the public sector, starting with the public sector, moved to international companies where there used to be a cutthroat competition, survived there, came back to Indian private sector, then some entrepreneurial journey. So I'm very satisfied with whatever I've done because here a lot of hypothesis testing also has been done as to whether an organization is more important or people are more important, whether one can, earlier when I used to make changes in my job, people used to say that from PSU to foreign company, one may not survive. So all that experiment has been very successful. And in the journey, learning-wise, my belief is that there is no one person who you can make your guru, because as context changes, things also change. So I have multiple gurus, and among my gurus, not only my seniors, but even junior people, they have been there. And someone who's a hero at one point of time, he becomes a person of criticism at different point of times. And that's where in the journey, it is very important to take the learning from the good things. And so my learning is that always look at good things and also learn what you should not be doing, because there's no one who is perfect. And among people who have been influencers, maybe they may not be aware, but there have been my peers, my juniors, my seniors, and in ICICI, Mr. Kamath. And I was fortunate to work along with him. And there was a lot of learning from such people. Among my clients also, or contacts, a very high regard for some people like MJ Akbar, or even in entertainment world, I have worked with people. So I think I have learned from everyone what to do, and also I have learned what not to do, because everyone has positives and negatives. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very important lesson that you've reminded us, that it's what to do is important, but what not to do to be able to learn it from others' experiences is also a very important thing. Thank you so much for that. What are the key personality traits you've developed over the years for leadership roles that you believe have a significant impact on your role?
So in this journey, I have learned a couple of things. One is one should have a lot of patience. When you have challenging situation, there's no point jumping and getting in panic and all. So patience, be cool in crisis, and always have strategic thinking. So sometimes maybe some quick fixes are required, but strategic thinking, and along that you make all your action plans. That is very important. In addition, when I got success at early stage, and in my early 30s, I was heading businesses and all, which earlier was not something easily available. So there I learned that I have to delegate to people. I many times initially there's a hesitation. The leader wants to keep all the power and get credit for everything. So that I learned during this course. And but after delegating, don't start blaming people for success or failure. Giving many times you take credit of success, but blame people for failure. It's always a joint responsibility. Identification of people for different roles and mentoring of people. That is also something very important. Uh, why I'm saying this is because somebody in your team may be good for research, and he may be in sales team. So if you feel that he's good for research, put him in research. If somebody is a salesperson, if somebody is a good execution person, so identify their strengths and give them a role accordingly and do some mentoring. So I don't like to fire people without any reason. I always give them right slot and they will outperform. And there are many examples, such as someone from technology. I thought that he will be good execution person for stockbroking, and I put him in that role, and he did very well, and so on and so forth. Then when you come into senior position, then many times people they feel that I'm a business person. I am not a back office person, but I feel that a leader has to have all qualities in some like small or large proportion. And so I always like to look at everything, including HR. HR is a very important function. The senior leader has to work on developing people and work closely with the HR team. Similarly, the technology team. Technology is something which is very important for any company, and many front office people, they don't understand technology. They know how to use apps. They know how to use certain like shortcuts and other things, but they don't understand what type of technology will help them perform better. And I feel that that is very important. So that is one of the strengths that I developed. In addition to all this, a leader has to be well networked also, because he is representing organizations and so how do you divide your time between front office, back office, uh, networking, outside organization? All that is very important. And I feel that a leader should not take away glory from the team, always pass the glory to the team, and help them do most of the work. And probably one or two transactions can be handled by the leader in order to demonstrate that, or in order to remain in touch with uh, the real life situation. Yeah.
That is very interesting, starting from being patient to taking interest in all the verticals of the company. Thank you
And
so
that's
much
very.
again. You have a long list of accomplishments and successes. However, we'd like to know your top 3 challenges, how you overcame them along the way.
Yeah. So I was, as my profile says, I am a master in economics from Delhi School of Economics. And first is when I started my career with IDBI, I didn't have background in finance. And so learning financial accounting, that was my first challenge, which I did on my own, and then joined uh, Bajaj to do MFM program. In 5 semesters, I learned whatever I didn't learn in my economics program. And I didn't wait for getting a certificate. So I feel that getting a degree is not important, learning is important. So final semester was full of economics, which I knew very well. I didn't take that exam. And so first challenge was getting into finance world and getting the tools ready for that. There were many other challenges, but the other challenge which came was when I moved to a domestic private sector company from an international company, that is ICICI from ABN AMRO. So here, everybody wants to work for a foreign company. How do you hire? How do you recruit people? Uh, and that time, ICICI Securities was a small start. We were starting, and so we went for innovative way of hiring. Uh, I sent a message to all the people who were from business school to find their batchmates who are not happy or who want to do equity research or who wants to be part of equities franchise. And so we handpicked and brought people in. And once we gained momentum, then everybody wanted to join the company, and it became the company of choice for people. Uh, so then the other challenge that I faced was when RBS decided to exit Asia, and I had a team of 50 people, and so if they exit, then what? And so in Asia, we did a transaction with CIMB, took entire team to CIMB. But in India, the company could not be transferred to CIMB. And so that is the phase where I set up a company, ran a company from my home because we didn't have bank account and other things. So all that challenge of transformation, there are a lot of personal effort we put and we did it. In business, like there are challenges every other day, so that I'll not count here because. But there have been places where one has to go beyond the standard formula is, and you have to keep the franchise running. So that's the idea franchise we keep running for 9 years, and then took over into Earnest Innovation Partner. Yeah.
So you took personal interest in it and started the company from your home.
Yeah. So till we had a office space because bank account, you have to open a bank account. So RBS's office space was gone, and there was an intervening 3 month period where, and there were friends who were very helpful. So after a month or so, someone gave his office space and said that when your account is ready, pay the rent. And that's how CIMB started in India.
Wow. You have extensive experience in the field of equity research. What are some of the key lessons you'd like to share with someone aspiring to be a leader in the field?
Yeah, so equity research is not a very complex thing. Only thing is by our attitude and in order to feel that we are doing something extraordinary, we make it complex. So equity research, a person has to be first is humble and ready to learn every day because the realities of market and business change every day. And learning continue till your last day in the business. You have to question everything and uh, meet a lot of people because information these days is available at a better pace. But at the same time, when you meet more people, then you get different perspectives. So getting different perspectives is also very important. And it's a job which continues 24/7, even in your when you are not doing anything, when you are walking the street, and if you feel that there are less crowd or anything else, that should make you think uh, what's happening. So I think in equity research, humble, questioning everything, and learning multiple analytical and valuation techniques so that all the information and knowledge that you have can be put into some quantitative framework. That is very important. But developing a feel for market That is most important.
These pointers are definitely going to be useful.
Yes, thank you.
Now that you're a corporate governance expert, we'd like to hear your thoughts on the benefits of having someone with your level of experience on the boards of directors of various companies.
Mhm.
What perspectives do senior folks with expertise like you bring to the table that add value and enhance the board diversity?
Mhm. So, so basically, whatever I have been doing for one company can be extended to multiple. But I'm of the view that one should not be on a very large number of companies' board. And the learning that I bring on the table is I have been, as you rightly said, that leadership positions since 1997, and and uh, that large organization, small organization, domestic and international. I worked for all of them. I worked for Chinese. I worked for Malaysians, uh, Dutch, Brits, French, uh, local public sector, local private sector. So I understand different cultures and how people think. And probably in any organization, if you try to imitate others, you will fail. As I always say that if you try to imitate Amitabh Bachchan, you'll become Raju Srivastava. You will not become Amitabh Bachchan. And uh, I always have tried to invent and innovate. So that skill will be useful to any organization where we are looking at any situation. Then the international linkages that I have can help build communication strategy and channel with local and global organizations. And I have worked at various places where we have grown organically or we have worked through acquisitions. So these growth strategy, organic and inorganic growth strategies, they're also I can be updated. I believe in HR and their HR policies and all that also uh, can be guided. So I think many companies, if they are unlisted, they have to go to capital market. Their handholding at board level can also be done. Uh, so I think there are multiple ways in which one can contribute to the board.
Yes, definitely with your level of international experience and also as well as national, definitely. We have been building the Global Thought Leaders community for cross-pollination of knowledge and community of independent directors for having a better corporate governance in the country. What are your thoughts about these initiatives taken by Mr. Zishan Pathan and Mr. Heval Mehta and whole RSG team?
I think communication and building of community is very important for exchange of knowledge. And I think in India, uh, good quality directors uh, is a need of the nation because with the corporate governance gaining new importance in the scheme of things of government and also corporates, uh, like good directors and good exchange of knowledge, good flow of knowledge, all that is very important. And I think this is a very good initiative which will help people learn from each other's experience. Yeah.
That was a fantastic conversation with you, Devesh. Um, Especially starting from that, the fact that one should be always ready to learn from all the people that we come across in our life. There could be multiple mentors at each phase in life, learning from them what to do and what not to do, and then taking interest in all the verticals of your company. And that's the way to see the growth in the company. I'm confident that your insights will inspire the next generation of leaders. We wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. Thank you for joining us today on the call with Global Thought Leaders. Devesh, have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you.